Hey guys, Lego Brick Fan Productions here, and we will be continuing our Lego Batman 3 walkthrough. And I know it's been a while since the last one. I feel like I said it every single one of these. And the last one, I was like, "Oh, I recorded all of them, so let's go. We're gonna finish this." But what ended up happening was, I ended up missing a clip, and this clip right here. You don't know what I had to go through to get this. Not much. I just played through all the 5 levels again, but God, they take a while. But yeah. So anyway, for the actual walkthrough part, this part's really self-explanatory, so you can just watch it. And when I was talking about when I was saying, like what annoyed me so much is like there's so much talking and there's so much like the story clips are really long, so it's not bad, but like this did annoy me, like, in the game overall. Whenever you go to talk to someone, like, I feel like they just, like, some of the people, like, go on and on and on, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not a story clip, so it's just really boring. You just sit there and, because you can see exactly what they're saying. That's it, subtitles, obviously. And, yeah. Yep, and they have an interesting take on the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. I wouldn't say it's the best impression I've heard. But what you have to do is turn invisible. So yeah, you can use the sensor suit for that. And it's called the sensor suit, whatever. Detective suit, I think. And you just punch him 3 times, and then he gives up and runs away. And yeah, I wish they would make a face for this. Yep, and more cheesy puns, as if there weren't enough in Lego Batman 3, or in Batman and Robin. There aren't that many in Lego Batman 3, however, there were a lot of those Firefly puns, which got annoying. So yeah, I didn't say this before, but we will be doing the 6 levels, 6 level, whatever. I call them by the levels. So yeah, and here you just, hit them down. And then you gotta build up a Plastic Man thing, and here's sort of a tip for when you're getting all the mini kits and actually when you're in the free play modes of levels, when you're going through and 100%ing the game, whenever you always get the red brick by doing something with this Plastic Man pad, if not always, like in the majority of the levels, but I believe something like you always use Plastic Man to get the red brick, which makes sense since it's kind of his color. But yeah, you just go through there, and here you just follow the ghost studs, and it's kind of stupid to me, but it just seems kind of stupid. There's a red brick, which it makes sense in like Harry Potter and stuff, called collect ghost studs. But obviously you'd be unlocking it after you're going through and 100%ing the game, and it's not really helpful when there are no ghost studs to collect. But yeah, so right here you just climb up and put out the fire, and yeah, and the bat thing will extinguish itself, sort of. Not really, but yeah. Oh yeah, I love these virtual things. They're awesome. So yeah, for this one you just go through a set of things. And actually I found an Xbox remote that I can use for my computer. It's wired, and the rest of my family doesn't use it because I guess they like wireless. And so, and the other wired one we had broke. So, luckily enough, since they're no longer using. When I say we are no longer using, because like basically my brother's playing my Xbox, and obviously so. So that's why I say they, because I usually don't play it that much. I mean, there's not really any games on there that I don't really have on here, with the exception of Lego Star Wars 3, which is the only time I'll really go to play Xbox. And that's the only time I can think of now. But anyway, so now I've got the Xbox remote for that, which is cool. So yeah, and I'm actually planning on buying a new one, because for whatever reason, the one I have has sort of, I don't know what to call it, but it's got not a deficiency, a blind spot, I may call it, where if you push it up to the upper right corner or the upper left corner, the character will walk, because it doesn't, I guess it doesn't recognize it as well. It doesn't affect flying in this game, but it affects the walking, and it gets really annoying. This may seem like I'm nitpicking, but like you're trying to walk, and when I say run, that's like what they normally, that's what the Lego people normally in the games, that's like the normal speed of which they walk at. I mean, it's technically running, but so what it does, it makes me basically walk really slow. But technically they do run. Oh yeah, he has the Dr. Fate helmet. And then here's the story clip, and somehow they got on here. yeah, it's huge. So yeah, and that helmet will come in. We'll come in need of the helmet. And well, actually, there's another character who's not possessed by it, but whatever. So yeah, and they split up and they take Joker. And what doesn't make sense to me is why they can just go ahead and then we have to go through it, because it doesn't make sense to me, because what they just depicted was them running down the path which we now have to maneuver through. So it doesn't make too much sense. But for this, you have to be invisible anyway. I just sort of did it down here. Grapple down the ladder. I like the new uses of the grapple hook, as opposed to it was originally used to just to pull out things and stuff. But yeah. Oh well, the grapple hook. Sorry, the grapple hook was initially used to just grapple up to places, and now it's used. You can pull down stuff with. And this actually took me a while to figure out. Lex Luthor happens to have a radioactive suit. I can't think of the name right now. But he also has an invisible suit, or decoy suit. No, it's an invisible suit. Whatever. He has an invisible suit thing, and I think it's just always invisible. It's not like you have to press a certain button to become invisible. But yeah. So obviously for this one, whenever you see that blue glass, you gotta shatter it with the Sonic thing, and we have an interesting redesign of that in this game. And you build that up, a Grundy pad, as I would like to call it. Yeah. And these things, I always get bored in these Lego games when they have you, like, they disable your controls when they do like clips like this, because it's boring to me. It's like, okay, because especially after you've seen, you know, the thing a million times. Okay, the animation's cool the first time, but it's not really after like the other 10 times you see it throughout the story. And you don't have to use it that much in free play, because he is a character unlocked, but it is used somewhat in free play. So yeah, that's cool. And for this, obviously you just gotta turn into this. Yeah, it's funny. See, I would have thought it would have been funnier if they, well, yeah, I would have thought it would have been funnier. I thought it would have been funnier if they just said, no one makes a toy out of Batman, and he didn't really need to explain it. It kind of made it, kind of ruined the joke. Well, except for the minifigure. And I love Troy Baker's voice for Batman. It's awesome. Not as cool as, you know, Kevin Conroy, but still, awesome. And those are like the coolest bragging rights, in my opinion, to be able to say you do an amazing Joker and a pretty decent Batman. I'm sure I've talked about that before. This one took me a while to figure out, too. You're not going up there first. You're actually going down to one of these Sonic things. And you will be unlocking Luthor's shield suit. Funnily enough, though, that's not the, you're not completely incapable of going through the fire, though. Because, using my, now the point of me, like, hold on. The point of me not, like, doing this the very first time I played through the levels was so I could figure out what I had to do so I wouldn't have to edit it as much. Because I would never have it where it's like just me playing through and not knowing what to do, like the majority of gamers. Sorry, I'll say a decent amount of gamers on YouTube. What I hate is they won't cut out when they're and this is just a Lego game, and that's a very very small percentage of, well, a lot of gamers do Lego games, but you know, this is just a very small thing to nitpick at, but. It gets really annoying whenever I'm watching these walkthroughs, and I don't know why I would watch them anyway. That's why I don't watch them, because I have all the games myself. Except for the Lego City Undercover one, in which case I did watch them, because I love all the Lego games. Okay, so Robin opens the wrong door here. And if you guys, I know a lot of people do it, so like you talk over it, and you just gotta beat up all these guys here. I'm sure it's boring for you to watch me do that. So yeah, I do editing things like that, because, I don't know. But a lot of the people, Grundy's walking into a wall, and this is a really cool transition here. However, how on earth did they get to there? Because if you saw before, I was nitpicking at this before, but they literally just ran ahead where we had to go navigate through and go through all the obstacles. But yeah. So what I was saying was that I get annoyed when I see people do walkthroughs where they're like and sadly it's quite a lot of people that I've seen do it, and it annoys me. And I'm not just talking about them stuttering. I'm not talking about the audio. Sorry. Although I do really hate that in normal videos. I edited that out, but whatever. I don't make too many, like, not normal videos, but like just videos, like tutorials and stuff. I have a decent amount, I think. And there's plenty of stuff I can make videos about, I'm sure. I just, like, I never think to actually make a video. And you have to go up with Cyborg here and use the jet fuel. Or fuel up, I guess. But yeah, use the jet fuel. The octane fuel. Octane. Whatever. Yep. And what I like about Cyborg is if you're in any other suit and you have the fuel all in there, I guess. I was gonna say all fueled up, but since I said fuel instead of the jetpack suit or whatever. But my point is, if you see right here, you can just jump and it'll automatically transform into it, which I think is awesome. And I missed a purple stud, but you know, I've already 100%ed the game, so yeah, it's not too necessary. And then you gotta do this, and then so Joker can get up, because like 3 out of 4 characters, all the characters that have suits out of this selection can all do the magnet thing. So yeah, there's some repetition of suits, and Joker can go in toxicness, I guess. Yeah, toxicness. And not, I guess, because I knew it was from the first game, but just because you fall into a vat of acid doesn't make you immune to acid, in my opinion. But I don't know, because I didn't know that was, like, a feature he actually had. I think they just, it just exaggerated that a bit in the video games as an ability for him, because I don't know if in the comics it ever says that he's actually immune to, like, gas like that of which he fell in. But yeah, again, for this you're gonna need Cyborg, and you can actually go from here, but just gotta blow these things up here, these guns, and then you can go on through, and it gets rid of the shield, and you can go on through. We are almost done with this level. This level actually is quicker than I thought. Not almost done, because there's, well, we're getting through the hard parts of it, or the more complex parts, I suppose. And yeah, so 20-minute level overall. It's not that bad. Most of these are from 20 to 30 minutes long, and on your first times they'll definitely take you probably 25 to 40 minutes long to do these. It takes a while to do these levels. These are longer levels, which I like. It's like in the Marvel game. They have 15 really good levels, in my opinion, so yeah, that's good. Except there's sort of like the last what is it? Levels like 9 through 14 or whatever. This, like, the sad thing is you know exactly what they are going to be from level 9, and you actually get to choose which ones you do first, but I picked a certain one. And so they go confront Brainiac, who should honestly be really easy to confront. Oh, I like this. Yep, the sticker, that's pretty cool. It's pretty clever. Even though they print. So yeah. Oh yeah. It's not Batman, it's only Robin, I think. And then one of them gets freed because otherwise there wouldn't be 2 players. Which you need. Yep, Batman got out of it. There's still some, oh no, he redoes it. They have those things. Those are actually mini kits you have to destroy. Well, you destroy them to get a mini kit. This one you just press buttons and fight guys. So yeah, 12th level. Yeah. So now you got that's actually a character, I think, that Helmet Robin. It's probably unlocked in this level. It could be. But yeah, you just gotta beat up guys, and it doesn't give you an amount that you have to do, but you have to beat them up or else it won't take you to this end. Yep, a button. Okay. So my point is, I think after levels 11 through 15, you should be seeing Xbox controls. Not that it's gonna matter too much. I'm gonna try to record it though. And like I said, the only problem is I will never walk diagonal, like upper left or upper right, because it slows it down and it really gets on my nerves. So I hope that buying a new remote will solve the problem. Oh, you're gonna buy a new remote just because it doesn't work? No, I'll actually use that for when when I have another person who wants to play the game too, which isn't rare, but yeah, I'm just giving them the worst remote. But yeah, You gotta fight off some more brain... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a clever name to call them. I'm sure they actually have a name. They might. I never knew that Brainiac had henchmen. Like, I thought he was like a one-man band. Well, yeah. I could be wrong. But I had actually heard of Brainiac a long time ago. Because, you know, the main trait he has is collecting cities. Yeah. He's just standing in a bubble, and he's... And then this part, you just have to go up and punch him. It's pretty funny, actually. I remember when I was doing the free play, though, I had no idea what to do, so I was just sort of running around. I was like, what the heck? And I don't know. But wait, why is he now just seeing it? Those are pretty smart machines to know when, like, they're almost screwed. But, yeah. It was unforeseen. And it ends up, like... Did he just jump? Okay. I was gonna say, because I never noticed that before. He just sort of jumps off. And he flies out, and that's the one you get in the set. Which is still really cool. There's not a problem with it. But, yeah. And then they all get sent back to their home planets. Which sets up levels 9 through 14. You have to go to all the planets. Which, yeah. Like, I was a bit disappointed. I was like, oh, wait. That's not the rest of the levels, right? Because I like being surprised. It makes the level seem shorter. Because then after you do all that, then it just sort of like, oh, there's one level left. And, yeah. But there's still 2 levels after that in which you go through different parts of Mini-Earth. So, yeah. And they all got switched. I tried to figure this out. Cyborg got switched with Fear, obviously. Wonder Woman got switched with... Or, sorry, I'll say the colors. Yellow. Wonder Woman got switched with red. I believe Lex Luthor was switched. He was either switched with blue or indigo because I think it was blue because he, like, said, I hope, but he was seeming really compassionate. Joker got switched with pink or love or whatever. And, I don't know if Grundy got switched or not. And, oh, and Flash got switched with orange or avarice. So, yeah. Yep. That's pretty much all of them, I think. I don't know what Grundy got switched with. I think Grundy is compassion. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's just this mini part. This is the last part of the level, though, so once you do this, there's really no point to doing this. You actually don't do anything. You just fall and collect studs. Which, you know, I can't complain. There's one mini kit in here, too, which you'll probably accidentally get, which just flew past me. I was trying not to get, though, obviously. And, yeah, Spacesuit Batman. Like I have the minifigure of. Except, of course, they had to add in a piece on the back. But yeah, we're gonna start a clip right here. And they land in Europe. Yep. They used the kill sound effect for this. There is, like I said though, this game has a lot of story clips. And, yeah. And then there comes Cheetah. Yeah, but they're making it really obvious, on purpose, obviously. Like, they're all emphasizing the words, I love to go, I hope. So, you know. Oh, yeah. But it would be really awesome if they made it like a UCS set. There's no way, though. Yeah, they really exaggerated to make sure you know. Although the funny thing is, the first time I played through this, I thought I was like, what the heck happened to Flash? Because he was all greedy and stuff. I was like, is this like a joke? Or, like, I was like worried. I was like, what the heck? And then I just realized that they all got switched. And I was like, wait, what happened to Joker? But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this. Stay tuned in for level 7, which shouldn't come out too far from now. And this is Lego Brick Fan Productions, signing out.